Hey everyone, I wanted to try something new, something different for this channel, where I'm not just playing video games, doing a let's play, a reaction video, or just an update on the channel. I wanted to do video content as well, that is just a raw conversation, that's not edited, in the moment. What you see is what you get, you know. We got a couple multiple angles going here. I've called it ŌðINNSONN Let's Talk. I'm recording it off of OBS. This is just an experimental video that I wanted to make. But I thought, if I am trying to build an audience, a community, you know, this is a gaming channel and much more, but at the heart of it, it's video games. A passion of mine I've had since I was 2 years old, when I got my first console, the Sega Genesis, 1989. I was 2 years old when I held my first controller, so the story goes, from my father telling me that. Altered Beast was my first game. And here we are. It's 2025. I'll be 38 in a few months. And I've created a YouTube channel centered around video games. So it's kind of come around full circle. It's been a hell of a life in such a short time. Now, let me rephrase. I've had a good life. I had a good upbringing. You know, we all have our demons. We all have our struggles and childhood traumas, whatever you want to call it, right? We don't need to get too deep into this right now, but it has not been an easy road to get to right now in this moment, talking to you. To make a very, very long story short, when I was in my early 20s, I met a woman who became my girlfriend, my fiance, then my wife, and then my ex. And that has paved the way for everything I am now. Going through the grief of losing a life that one knew for 13 years. It's a long time, you know, being 38 this year and 13 years with somebody. That's a good chunk of my life right there. So since then, I've had to really figure out who I am as a person. I have to figure out what's next. Who am I post-marriage, post-relationship? You know, building a life with somebody and then for it to just end. It was quite a blow. I try to live my life with zero regret. The good, the bad, and the ugly. All the bad choices I've made and the good choices I've made too. I can't regret anything. It happened. It is what it is, and we learn and grow from it. At least that's what I tell myself. And this past year, or I guess it's been over a year now, starting to lose track of time, since that big event in my life, I've come a long way, and I've gotten to this point now, making YouTube videos again. And again, another long story short, I've been on YouTube multiple times throughout my life, different channels, trying different things, and nothing ever stuck. Nothing felt right. Everything just felt forced and fake, and and then I just gave up because it just wasn't working for me. And I was thinking to myself, okay, well, if I'm going to do this again, this has to be it. This has to be the last time I make a YouTube channel, and this is going to be the last and only channel that I'm making and pursuing, trying to build an audience and a community. So I went back to the roots, video games, the one thing that's gotten me through life and all the dark times and the bad moments. Video games are always a way to escape, a way to heal, find peace, sometimes distracting the mind too. I mean, it is what it is, right? Like, video games still have their dark side to them as well. They can be addictive, and people can get lost in them, and their life just revolves around that. And I get it. That's like any addictive personality, right? We all have to be careful. But video games, to me, I've had my ups and downs with them. But I think that's more of a reflection of how people perceived me, or maybe people that don't understand what gaming is, what it can do for one's mind. It was almost like trying to tiptoe around. Like, oh, you know, I like games, but I'm not obsessed with games, and just things like that. But now I don't care. Now I love games. I always have loved games. And it's a part of my life. It always has been and always will be. I'll be playing games till the day I die. Hopefully, that'd be nice, having a controller in my hand on that deathbed. But right now, where I am currently, I just want to share my love and passion for this industry. Retro games, games of the past, and current games as well. So I'm rambling a little bit, so let's backpedal again a little bit. After the separation, I didn't know what to do with myself. You're kind of in denial in that moment, going, okay, well, what's going to happen next? Those fears and anxieties kick in. You just feel lost. I'm speaking, on behalf of myself and my own experiences. That's all I can speak for, is myself. So I felt truly lost. Sad too, I did the best I could, and it didn't work out. I have to live with that. It is what it is. But as time's gone on, and going through a few relationships after that, realizing how toxic those relationships were, I guess patterns repeat themselves. I got to a point in the summer that just passed where I let loose. I had fun. I call it the summer of 24, and I will never forget that summer. It was beautiful. It was so much fun. And I just got out there and did what I needed to do and refined myself again. Truly find myself. And it was scary to see just who I became, because it was really the first time I experienced true happiness. Like true, deep happiness. Something I've struggled with my whole life. Just finding purpose, and I guess I searched within, like truly searched within, and found that happiness. And I learned a lot. I learned my worth, who I am as a person, who I am as a man, and the journey forward too, like where I want to be, and continue to become a better man every day. Like, no one's perfect. I'm sure as hell not perfect. Always a work in progress. But from that marriage coming to an end, going through some toxicity after that, I'll say no more. Getting out there, dating, and just having fun, living my life. A bachelor life, a single man life, whatever you want to call it. I learned everything I needed to learn about who I am and who I will be going forward. Just the best version of myself, the version of myself that I've always wanted to be. And I've found this beauty in this content creation. I work a full-time job. I live on my own. I pay my bills and support myself. I work hard. I grind. It's it's exhausting. It really is. But now I have so many hobbies that I've basically just like cut out because I just don't have the time for that anymore. I've truly found a focus in this content creation. And this is what I look forward to when I come home on the days I have off, essentially, for myself. The days I make sure I have off for myself. I come home from my day job and I get right to work. And this is my little sanctuary, you know. I'm quite proud of my little studio I've got set up here. Sometimes you have to invest in yourself in order to, you know, well, to succeed in life. And, you know, the grind is real, and it is what it is. I like to work. You know, I struggled with some substances and nothing crazy. And I don't want to say the name because I don't want YouTube to get upset, but you know, it's of the green variety, and it became a crutch in my life for years and something I struggled with. I deal with a lot of physical pain, mental pain, all that too. So it just, you know, it numbs me out. And I'm sober. It's a great feeling. It really is. It's been a lot of work to get there as well. And as much as it gave me kind of that creative flow, it also dumped me down, made me extremely lazy, just non-productive. Not as productive as I can be, I guess, sober. And I have noticed just such a huge change in my life since just truly cutting things out and just never looking back. And here we are today, you know, making these YouTube videos now, finding my style and just being me, truly getting to be me now, and put it out there. And, you know, even just this, you know, I have a monitor, I guess, well, I'm pointing at it right here. So this is my OBS software, and then I would play games here as well. So it's kind of neat too, because you get to see my setup somewhat for people who are interested in behind the scenes production. This is my little studio, and it will always be growing in a way. And in 2020, I started making music. I've always been a big music guy, and that's where the name Odinson came from. Yeah, a ridiculous name, I know, but I gotta be careful hitting this mic. Had his big long beard, and you know, we thought I looked like a Viking, I guess. Oh, how I've changed. But Odinson came up with that name, and it just stuck. And this year I'll be celebrating 5 years of music production. And that's another reason why I started this channel. I said, where can I go next with that name? And YouTube was always just that. YouTube was always just there, kind of taunting me. Like saying, like, come on, grow some balls. And just do it. But I just didn't have the confidence. For years, I just didn't have the confidence to do this. So now I do. And I'm having a blast. I really am. I'm loving making these videos. And finally having a setup where I'm proud of. Making it look somewhat professional. I don't want to make videos that are just so polished to the point where it's just too perfect. Nothing against content creators that make those types of videos. I mean, all the power to you. I consume that kind of stuff as well. But for me personally, I like a little bit of rawness to my videos. Or at least if I'm going to be making things, I can't be seeking that perfectionist look. Because it's just not what I'm truly into or or want for my channel. So this has become a bit of a rant. At least I can see the time there. But this is also just kind of a way to experiment and have a conversation with a potential viewer or community that I'd like to build out of this. Everybody on YouTube knows that you can eventually monetize videos and you can make money off doing this. But at the end of the day, it's more important to be making these videos, to be having a good time, and also to build community. There are so many people out there who are in this gaming community, young and old, and they all have their own stories and feelings on video games and what it has done for them in life, including myself. Games have been a wonderful outlet for me throughout my life. I've built connections with them. My younger brother and I, we're very different people, but one thing we've always shared together is gaming, our love for games, and that's how we've always bonded. And some people may roll their eyes and say like, oh, well, that's not truly bonding, but it was for us, and it still is. He's always going to be my gaming buddy. That's just the way it is. Hi, Jonathan. So yeah, this is exactly where I wanted to be in life. I had to go to hell to get here, sadly, but I'm truly happy, and I can't wait to explore and see just how far I can take this. I mean, as I record this, we're on week 3. I hope I can look back in a few years and just kind of laugh and go like, there you are, guy. Look where you are now. That's the dream, Dream big, grind hard. And this doesn't just mean I'm going to just stop working my day job. I mean, let's face it, right? Like, stuff doesn't happen overnight. And I truly do love my work. I love my day work. But this is me. Everything here is me. I get to be my own boss. I'm on my own time, my own hours. And truly get to be creative. And again, just to its core, this makes me so happy. True happiness that I never thought I would obtain. Like, truly obtain. And here we are. So, I don't know. Listen. Tell me what you think of this. This is just me experimenting with this content creation. Trying something new. Just trying to have a real conversation. Unedited, uninterrupted. Well, maybe interrupted sometimes by my cat Jax, who thankfully has not been sharking around. But, here's to 2025. And I hope everybody out there, whether you're living a great life or you're struggling, I just hope you're doing well. Hang in there, no matter what you're going through. And just don't give up. Just keep going. Take it from somebody who has been as low as you get. And always found my way out of that hole. By just not giving up. And dreaming big and grinding hard. And we're in the early stages of this channel. I think currently where I'm sitting, we have 17 subscribers. And to anyone out there who has subscribed watching this video, thank you. Thank you for that. It means the world. And I hope that grows, because I really do want to build a community on here. There's a few content creators I've followed throughout the years, and I am part of their community, and it's a place that I can go and feel safe and be myself and just have a good time with like-minded people. And those creators have been quite an influence on me. And I'm grateful to their work and their content that they've put out, because it's helped me throughout the years. So this is now my opportunity to pay it forward and try to build my own community. And that's what I'm hoping I can do on here. Just a safe, comfortable place where people can come, hang out, watch me play video games, and chat about it. And that's truly what I'm looking for out of this. Just to build community, good vibes, and just a place where people can feel safe and loved, you know? So I'm going to end it there. I can't even remember how I opened this video because it's just been a rant. I guess it was kind of me just kind of telling you how I got to this point and why I'm making the videos I'm making. And I'd love to follow up in another video. But I think I'm going to try to stick to this formula and go from there. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you're still even here, I know it's been quite the rant, but I do truly appreciate if you're still here, you've stuck around. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care.